Hey you guys, welcome back to Angel Angela, and on this topic I wanted to just come on here and talk to you guys about something really important, and that's that the narcissist will always steal from you. I don't care if you look like a top model. I don't care, if this is your family or your closest friends or a stranger you just came across. You got people that will take money out of your bank account and you don't know who did it, how they did it. You have narcissists, thieves everywhere. They don't care if they're taking money from your savings. They don't care if that money is, your life's saving, your schools, your children's college tuition. They don't care if it was a sweet old grandma, they done took everything from grandma, right? They don't care if they're your siblings. If you have narcissist family members, they're going to plan behind your back. They're going to plan to steal behind your back. They're going to make sure you don't get equal treatment. They're going to make sure that they feel like because they have a better career than you, or they feel like they're closer to your parent than you, they're going to feel like they're obligated to everything. As the narcissist feels like you have to compensate them for your time, even if they force themselves on you. They'll hoover you and steal from you, especially if they don't get the kind of supply that they are looking for. To them, they'll hoover you months, years later, feeling like you owe them something, because even though they wasted your time, in their mind, they're going to make up excuses. Hey, I could have been with someone else all this time I wasted with you. I could have found the person of my dreams if I hadn't wasted that time with you. Even though they were cheating the whole time trying to find that person. So the narcissist always steals from people because they feel like you owe them something. So the narcissist will steal from you because even though they cheated on you, they cheated on themselves. They got karma. They played themselves. They cheated themselves trying to cheat on you. This is why they become angry, and this is why they won't stop at nothing to destroy you. And you're like, wait, I'm the victim. This doesn't make sense. So you might think to yourself that everything is going to go one way. You might not even want to talk about death, right? You might not even want to talk about it. But they're already planning, they're already talking about it. They're already setting up scenarios and things to, to basically insult you to the point where they almost feel like if they get you to do things, if you ever were a flying monkey in their life because they're your sibling and you had their back, or if they ever got you to do certain things or get information out of people, they feel like, hey, you're not a good person either. I just beat you to it. So the narcissist, this is why the narcissist tries to get you to do bad things. And when you don't want to do bad things, they actually get angry with you. So if they're at the store and you're grocery shopping and they want to steal some seasonings and a pack of meat or some lobster tails or something, you don't do it. They're mad, they're angry, because to them it's first of all, you're showing a sign of weakness. To them it's like, I don't believe in rules. I take what I want. I take supply from people, from all my supplies. I take what I want at all means. I've made a promise to myself that I'm going to put myself first, and I don't care if I exploit others as long as I get what I want. They already made that pact with themselves. So they can play stupid with you. They can play crazy. They can act like they don't know. They can play real dumb to the point where you even start laughing because you almost can't believe how just unshameful this person is. You know, they'll make up their own reasons. They'll villainize you, but they will always steal from you. That's one thing about, you can always depend on the narcissist, is for them to destroy your things, you know, and I'm talking about destroy your things for no reason. I'm not talking about people that get mad and do stuff to people because they feel like you did something to them, because some of those people, sometimes they get the empath to act crazy and they're trying to act calm, but they know they're playing mind games, and they've ticked that person off and they've played mind games with other people. It's not even in that person's character to be that mad. So the narcissist will play the victim at the end of the relationship. So this is why, they know that they're doing things to push you away, but they're doing things in a way where it almost feels real. Like, if you didn't know them and know that they were playing you, you would be like the flying monkeys and believe the narcissist, because their anger is intense. And you're like, if I was the people around them, I would believe them too. But the anger that they have has been there the whole time. They're just taking it out on you, but not everyone's not looking at it as they're taking it out on you. They're looking at it as you must have done something to them. So when the narcissist steals from you or destroys your things, because they feel like, especially when you figure out who they are, they feel like you should compensate them for the relationship. It's kind of like celebrity couples who have contracts, and then when they leave, they either want spousal support, child support. They feel like you introduced them to a new way of living, so that they come into the relationship acting like they've been around someone like you. They've had many supplies like you. But a lot of times it could be lies. It could be fake, especially depending on how long. It could be true if they go from person to person. But if they've built you to be a primary source, there's something that you have that they haven't found better that's constant for them, or else they would already had left. So, to them, when they're getting ready to leave and you're making it aware, oh, I know you're cheating, oh, I know you're a narcissist, they're playing dumb with you. They're going to try to destroy you. They're going to, prior to you, when they start to see signs that they're going to make up lies. They're going to say they can't buy groceries anymore. They can't pay bills anymore. They're going to do things to piss you off. And the more angry you get, the more they're telling people what you're doing. And then they're lashing out at you, taking out their anger on you. And it makes you even more mad. And it intenses their anger to now where they want to even hit you. They want to almost kill you. And you don't have nothing to do with how they're feeling, but you know that when they treat you this way and you cry or you're down and out, you know that it brings them some type of joy. It doesn't mean anything to them. They'll have sex with you, when you're sad and upset. They don't care about your feeling. It means nothing to a narcissist. So imagine being with a person like that doesn't care at all about your feelings. You could be crying and they're just, hey, they need their needs met. You could be going through a health issue. They won't care. They don't care about your mental health. They're watching you go deep down the rabbit hole, and they're not doing anything but making it worse, if anything. And then when they make it worse, they're almost like, oh, snap, look, I made it worse. And they're gossiping to their narcissist friends and family. Look how bad this person is drowning. They're weak. Meanwhile, they're doing it to them the whole time. And certain people will catch on to it. Certain people will catch on to it. But the narcissist won't care. And there's not much those people can do, because they feel like you should be able to see that this person's not a good person. You need to know what a good person is and what a bad person is, because the narcissist will always tell you, oh, that guy is a cornball, that guy is a sucker, that guy, he's a loser. And it's because he's a good guy. And it'll make you not want a good person in your life because you're like, something's wrong with that person. The narcissist is accurate about a lot of things when it comes to this person, but you're not seeing that those things could be accurate, but there's nothing bad about them. There's nothing bad about those things. They're making it that way. So they're putting you down, bringing you down into their world. They're coming into your world, stealing your life, your energy, the way you live, stealing your finances, stealing everything, stealing your trust in people, stealing your empathy, because then it's hard to empathize with others when you feel so broken and you're like, I can't focus on anyone or anything. I have to build myself up. And then when you build yourself up, you think that person is gone, but they come back trying to destroy you more. They're blaming you for things that they did to you. They're blaming you for falling for it, for being their fool. So the narcissist will steal from you, will steal from supplies. They'll give you things. They'll give you, oh, I found these glasses. I don't know what happened to your earrings. You know, it should still be there. It should be there. I don't know. It's been people have been coming in here. You know, you'll have a feeling that you can't trust this person. Like with me, I was with this person for a long time, but I've always been like, I've been through so much that I've always been careful when it came to my expensive things, you know, and you know, when I got with the narcissist, it didn't matter how many years I was with them. I still was cautious with my things. I would even leave my purse in the car, and the narcissist would say, why would you leave your purse in the car? And I'm like, it's in my driveway, first of all. My driveway. And why does it matter? I would think to myself, right? I always had this feeling. Like, keep your person, like, throughout the whole relationship. I'm talking about the whole thing. Just because, you know, you can go to friends' homes and you have your purse with you. If you leave your purse there, go into the bathroom, someone can just go through your purse right there and then. You never leave your things unattended. Never around narcissistic people. Because they're studying you. They'll even come to your house and rob you. And act like it wasn't them who robbed your house. They know if you have cameras. They know if your cameras are recording. They know everything. You've been saying everything. They've been studying it. Anytime they see a camera, they'll start asking questions about the camera. A lot of people have cameras these days. These are things you don't really even question, but a narcissist will question it when they come into your home. Like, oh, I see you got cameras, and you won't think anything of it. But they're like looking around. They're trying to find more. You know, they'll ask you, have you caught anyone on there doing anything? They'll ask you questions to see, is everything being recorded? They'll send their narcissist friends to come and rob you. And these could be people that you're in a relationship with. And you're like, they wouldn't do that to me. We're in a relationship. They're sleeping with you. The years are going by, and yeah, something bad happened to you, but you didn't really think nothing of it. You don't know that their energy is bad, that it makes you sick, that it brings nothing but evil around you. You don't know that. And if you are a couple steps ahead of the narcissist because you know what they're getting ready to do, and you know, hey, if I don't do this, they're going to do it to me. They're going to be so pissed. They're going to act like you're the narcissist because you caught them in their own game. You know, so these people will steal from you. They'll ask you to borrow money. They'll tell you to put cars in your name for them, co-signing. You know, they'll try to do things where you're tied to them financially, even if you're not married. So, you know, things will come up missing, small items, and you won't think anything of it. And it's crazy because when you don't have these people in your life, nothing ever goes missing. Like the smallest things don't go missing. You know what I'm saying? You overlook the small things and it's kind of crazy. Or, or they do something and lie about it and you think, whatever, it's not a big deal. You just ignore certain things, or they tell you things about their past and what they used to do to people or what they did to people or things that they feel bad about, and they don't really feel bad about it. They're still doing those things. They're still stealing, but now they're not stealing behind your back. They're doing it right in front of you. They're stealing your time, your energy, your resources. They got you focused on the wrong things. They're stealing your health away. They're soaking up all your energy like a sponge, And then once you figure it out, they're like, I'm not giving you your energy back. I'd rather destroy you. As a matter of fact, they want you to go and end things yourself. This is where they get violent. This is where they're dangerous because they feel like you owe them something. They're like, oh, you found out what type of person I really am. Now you get it. Now you kind of understand. Dang, it took you long enough. So what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Because at this point, you have to pay. You want to leave. You want me to leave you alone. You have to pay me to leave you alone. Pay me with your energy. Pay me with your time. I don't have no money. I will buy me some shoes. Take me out. Take me to dinner. They're talking to you like you're some type of trick or something. You can be with the narcissist for lots of years. But when that final discard is coming, there's nothing the narcissist wouldn't do to completely destroy you. They don't just want to take your finances away. They want to take away, they want to steal your future. That's what they want to do. They want to steal your future. So if it means making you look crazy, if it means them doing drugs and putting you in drugs, and then after, they sober up, keep you doing drugs and ruin your life and take your kids away, they'll do that. They'll steal your children. They'll steal your life. Because in their mind, it's like, oh, I know if I leave, you're going to be like those other women. You're going to try to put me on child support. That's not going to happen to me. I'm going to have to destroy you. I'll have to pretend I care about you when I don't. I'm going to start taking your finances. I'm going to start putting you in a position where I'm not helping out as much. I'm saving most of my money and I'm making excuses, and I'm watching you struggle. I'm watching you, try to break out that cage, but you can't. Because I've been locked the door. I'm going to just let you get tired. I'm going to make sure I tire you. So by the time I'm done, I can steal everything and you won't have any fight in you left. That's what the narcissist does. When the relationship with me and the narcissist was practically over, it was just bad thing after bad thing. And I've shared a lot of these bad stories with you because it was so hard to get out. Because I kept being fooled by thinking they were human, like they can say sometimes the right things, or sometimes you're just so afraid because you put so much time in this person and you don't have anyone but them. And you're like, how am I going to do this? And you almost kind of lie to yourself because you don't want to face reality. You tell yourself you love them. You love them, and you're just going to take whatever they're giving. And that's why the narcissist gets to the point where they get disrespectful, because they also want you to snap out of it. So they'll steal from you and take from you. And they're like, instead of being honest about what they're doing, they're not going to be honest with you. They want you to figure out how disrespectful they are. And they want you to be like, there's no other option. There's no other, it had to be them type of thing. They want you to stop being delusional because of the gaslighting that they've done. They did little things. You confronted them about it. They denied it. There was no other explanation to it, but you ignored it. Even if you didn't fully believe them, you ignored it. You chose to be gaslit at some point. And it's almost like the narcissist is like, trying to wake you up by doing worse things right in front of you, where it's like there's nowhere to hide. They're dropping the mask. And when you still don't want to believe it, it makes them feel good, because now they're telling people that you're crazy, that you're losing your mind. Now they're stealing from you. They're taking from you, and they're telling people you deserved it because you're acting crazy. You're doing certain things you shouldn't be doing. You're acting out of character. You're acting irrational. You're acting on impulse, just like the narcissist did to you many times. Now you're doing it. So they'll steal from you. Or if they know that you're onto them and you're trying to do better, like you're doing better for yourself, you don't let their actions affect you. You might even speculate they might be going to someone else. You might even speculate, they're going to leave soon, but you're focusing on what you're going to do next. You're getting your priorities straight. They're going to be mad that you're getting your priorities straight. I was with the narcissist for so many years. Sometimes they question why I kept leaving my purse in my car. It's something I just always did, and it didn't matter if I was in a serious relationship. It just did not matter to me. That was just what I did. That's how I move. Right? And they're like, oh, that's not safe. And I'm like, I only do that when I'm at home, because my car is parked in front of my house, right? But that same day, I ended up buying a new car, and the whole time we were at the dealership, I could tell they were jealous. They were being very impatient. They were acting like they weren't happy for me. Everyone knows it's a process, right? But it's like I could just feel their energy. Like, I want to get the hell out of here. I'm not getting a car, so I don't care. Attitude. But whenever the narcissist is looking for a car or something, you're there. Oh, you look really good on this one, babe. Look at this one. The interior is nice, babe. This is nice. You're making them feel good all the time, but they can't do that for you. They get jealous. Now you're getting a new car. And that was the first time that I realized the narcissist stole from me. That was the first time I brought my purse in the house, and it was because I had just bought that car. I had put my money down, and I still had some money left over, and I wanted to celebrate, to go out to eat. So, I had people around me, and I put my purse down, and when I walked in, the narcissist was by my purse. And then they turned around, like they almost kind of were shocked, because they were like did she see what I was doing? Did she catch me? And then he turned around, like he jumped a little bit. And a part of me was like, he was going through my purse. Why else was he standing over there? You know? And when I was going to treat everyone to eat or whatever, I went through my purse and I was short of some money, and I had enough money to pay for the food, but the rest of the money that I had for spending was gone, gone. It was gone. It was gone. I had money in there to eat. I had a little bit of spending money, but most of it was gone. And the narcissist said, "Didn't you have more money than that?" And then I thought to myself, how would he know how much I'm missing? How would he know that I'm even missing anything? I almost felt like he was telling on himself. And he was like, "Didn't you have more money than that?" Like he wanted me to know and check how much money I have so that I could say, yeah, I'm missing money. And his whole thing was he was going to blame the car dealership. Someone at the car dealership must have done it. But I didn't even allow him to keep lying. I just ignored it because it finally hit me. They stole from me. I always knew, or you always hear people talk about how the narcissist steals. And sometimes you're like, no, I've been with this person for years. They'll never do that to me. But it's kind of like families who fight, and in the end, they're fighting for money, or someone's fighting for spousal support or child support, or they're trying to destroy the other person without the other person knowing so that they can take custody. And now you're not fit to take care of your own kid because they've drove you crazy. And now everyone looks at you like there's something wrong with you, like you're the narcissist, so they do all this very calculating, and sometimes you think that they won't do it to you. Like I said, you think they won't do it to you, but there's a lot of signs that it's going to show you this person has a history of doing this. They haven't stopped doing it. It's not something they did in their childhood and, as they got older, they stopped. This is something that they've been doing. They've never stopped, and they try to figure out ways to be smarter at doing it. This is someone who will give you things just to take them back. They'll give you things and then they'll take them back. They'll take the things that they gave you back, but anything you gave them, you won't ever see it. You can't take back what you gave them. But they could take, they can take everything from you and not give it back. They'll take gifts from you, and you can't do nothing about gifts. You give someone something, you can't take that back. The narcissist breaks the rules, though. They make sure they take in anything and everything from you. They make sure that they're always involved in a way where they're watching you, or they're keeping track of your finances. They're keeping track of how much you spend on them, even. To them, they're stealing from you. Anytime you do something nice for the narcissist, in their mind, they feel like this friendship isn't real. So technically, I just stole a date from you. You just paid for lunch for me. This isn't someone who is really a victim and they're like, oh, I don't have it right now. I have children. I have too much going on. This is someone that is intentionally, anything you do for them, they feel like they're stealing from you because they're not emotionally invested in you. So they will steal from you. If you make friends with these type of people, they will rob you If they've been to your home a lot of times and you're close to them, these are the type of people that will get other narcissists to rob you, to break into your home. You might fight with your neighbor. You might not get along with your neighbor because they keep disrespecting your house, keep blocking your driveway. And if you guys fight each other and it escalates, guess what? In the back of your neighbor's head, he's thinking, oh, screw her. I'll break into her house. These people are weird. Like, they do stuff, they start stuff with you. They justify their actions to why they're going to do something to you. And sometimes they clearly know you haven't done anything to them, and you haven't done anything to them. And they'll just make things up, or they just want to see your reaction. So, this is just something to know, is that when you're dealing with a narcissist, you have to keep track of all your things, because there's going to come a point in time where they will steal from you. If you trust them with paying the bills, things like that, one day they're going to do something. They're going to take a loan out. They're going to take money out. They're going to do something. They're going to get you involved. They're going to act like you agreed on it. They might take a loan on your name. They have the money, but you have to pay that loan, and you don't know how to prove that they stole it. Or they put you into business ventures that they know you're going to get the bad end of the stick. Everything is always calculated with the narcissist. They will put you in risky situations. They will put you in even drug deals and all kind of things, and they're telling you to drive to their friend's house, and you don't know what they have in that suitcase. They're going to make you pay. They're going to make you take the fall. The narcissist is going to sacrifice you. You don't know what's going on. The narcissist doesn't care. That's why you have to stay aware and stay awake. You have to stay awake when you're around these type of people. Like I said, you think they're not going to do anything. The narcissist is the type of person that will have their children steal from you. They even train their children to steal from you. If they could teach their pets to steal from them, they use everyone. So I'm sending you guys lots of love, light, peace, and your healing. I hope you guys enjoyed this message. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe if you guys are new, and if you guys want to book a session with me, my booking information will be on the description. Just give me about 24 hours to respond to you, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.